the motherfucking deal, YouTube? Good morning to you guys, man. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this video. I thank you guys for supporting the channel. I thank everybody that always come through the live streams. I thank everybody that always support your boy on my videos when I make my videos. Make sure y'all go check my last video out that I just made. Daniel Theis signing with the Houston Rockets. That is a 4-year deal, 36 mil. Like I said, I think he was a cool player. He's an okay player that can help this team out a little bit. But other than that, we're gonna see, man. But shout out to everybody, man, that support the channel. Shout out to all my loved ones, Swavy Gang, Queen Gang, my baby, Shauna, my best friend Ash, the GOAT Duo, my favorite YouTubers, Raven and Delph. Shout out to everybody. JC Eagles Talk, who I started my first ever show with Monday. We getting ready to get to work. Football season here. Basketball season is getting back on the way. Be back sooner than later, October. Back on regular schedule. Shout out to Eagles Uncensored, my boy Philly Foothills, my uncle. Shout out to everybody, all Eagle Nation, man, all Eagle Nation. I ain't shouting out to everybody, but you know, hey, I got, man, guess what, man? Hey, my boy Nate, my boy Joseph Baldy, my boy. Shout out to everybody, Philly Podcast, Sports Podcast. Shout out to big shout out to all of you guys, man. Big Play Slay, Bird Gang, shout out to you for the giveaway as well, man. Shout out to Miss Bird Gang as well. Let's get right into the video, man. Don't want to take up too much time. Pretty good video, man. So like I say, man, it's very good. Basketball season is just getting underway, man. Just getting back on the way. When it's free agency, you know, man, this is the best time of the year. When basketball season over and you're going to free agency and you're seeing what your team is going to get better at and what you're going to get, that's going to be good. Anyway, it goes. The Sixers ain't do shit. They ain't do shit either. The Orlando Magic, sorry, AJ. Shout out to you. Y'all ain't do a damn thing. Even the Rockets, it wasn't even impressive. But hey, like I say, we not in championship contending mode. So hey, we don't care. We don't care. Like I say again, we don't have high expectations for nothing. Like I say again, I don't care. But other than that, it will be fun to watch my boy Kevin Porter Jr. And Jalen Green play this year. Like I say, win or lose, Texans, Rockets, I fuck with them. Shout out to Eagles game. Big Jalen Hurts fan, big Eagles fan on me. Fly, Eagles, fly. So let's get right into the video. First, we're going to go over all the moves that happened so far. All the moves that happened so far. It's going to be, trust me, it's going to be more. But we're going to go with all the moves that happened so far. So, we got Chris Paul. We knew he was staying in Phoenix. Really he gave away Game 5, Game 6 with the 2 turnovers. Chris Paul, it was expected for him to stay in Phoenix. What it is, 4 years, $120 million for Chris Paul to stay in Phoenix. That's going to help them a little bit. They just added JaVale McGee. I think Denver, he signed back with Denver. Okay, I think he signed back with Denver, but we're going to see. Chris Paul, 4 years, $120 million. They're trying to run it back. They're going to run it back. They did sign Cameron Payne. We're going to get to that in a minute. Re-signed Cameron Payne. Lonzo Ball agreed to a 4-year deal, $85 million for Lonzo Ball. And a sign. I think it was basically a sign and trade to New Orleans. Garrett Temple and Thomas Satoransky goes to the New Orleans Pelicans for Lonzo Ball, who signs a 4-year deal, $85 million. That's going to be pretty decent. The Bulls should be competitive in the Eastern Conference, at least competing for an 8 seed or a playoff game with Lonzo Ball. Zach LaVine, I think he wants a new contract. Larry Markin wants to be out there. They got Vucevic. That should be a pretty interesting team to watch in the East, the Chicago Bulls. Kyle Lowry goes to Miami. That is a 3-year deal worth $90 million. That is a 3-year deal worth $90 million for Kyle Lowry. He goes to Miami. Everybody expected him to not finish his career in Toronto. Everybody expected him to leave, and he won a championship, man. I like the Kyle Lowry. That guy's a warrior. That guy can play basketball. That guy's a beast. He's very physical. He's very physical right there. He's very physical. The guy's a leader. He knows how to win. Even though everybody's gonna say, hey, he's kind of old. Hey, man, like I say, the guy, as long as you can shoot, you can stay in the league. And Lowry can make plays, man. He's not scared to put his body on the line. Kyle Lowry is just a beast, man. I like that. I like Kyle Lowry. And like I say, he fits right there, part of that Heat culture, too, with Pat Riley, though. So, again, Gordon Dragic, that was basically a trade, too. Gordon Dragic, second year. Gordon Dragic also goes to, I think he goes to the Raptors. He's with the Raptors. Gordon Dragic is with the Raptors. The Jimmy Butler. 4 years, $184 million for Jimmy Butler. Duncan Robinson, a little bit scratching my head a little bit for Duncan Robinson. 5 years, $90 million. But again, the Heat trying to stay contented. Pat Riley is just not selling to make the playoffs. He's trying to win a championship. And I kind of don't blame him for that. So Duncan Robinson, 5 years, $90 million. Jarrett Allen returns to Cleveland, 5 years, $100 million. Mike Conley, 3 years, $72 million for Mike Conley to stay in Utah. That's going to be a pretty decent team, but again, they can finish with the best record all they want to, but as long as you got the Lakers and teams like Denver and the Clippers in the Western Conference, it's going to be hard for the Utah Jazz to win anything. So you got Tim Hardaway Jr., who agrees to stay in Dallas. That is 4 years, $74 million. Dallas Mavericks should have beat the Clippers last year. They should have beat the Clippers in the playoffs. But other than that, they got a pretty decent coaching. Jason Kidd, Luka Doncic. It'll be interesting to see what they do to Porzingis, who I think is disgruntled in Dallas. Alex Caruso. This is a 4-year deal, $37 million to sign with the Chicago Bulls. That is a pretty tough signing too. Pretty good signing. Tough, can shoot. Very, very athletic for Alex Caruso. Like I say, the Bulls gonna be an interesting team to watch in the Eastern Conference. They got some pretty decent pieces on that team, man. But Alex Caruso, 4 years, $37 million. Doug McDermott, 3 years, $42 million. A great role player off the bench for the Pacers last year. Norman Powell, 5 years, $90 million. To stay with Portland. Had a big season in Portland. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Dame Lillard, though. Dwight Howard returns his third stint to the Los Angeles Lakers. Trae Young, 5 years, $207 million. He damn sure deserves it. After that playoff series, after the playoffs last year, how he stepped up. He had multiple bad games, but the baddest game that he had was Game 7 against the 76ers, and they still end up winning the game. And guess what? He hits a big shot at the top of the key at the end to close out the game pretty much. But he deserves every penny of that money. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 5 years, $172 million for the young guard from OKC. Pretty good. I like that move. They got a very good young core. They got a lot of draft picks. Kent Bazemore, 1 year deal for the sign with the Lakers. That's an okay move. They trying to get some shooters, but Kent Bazemore, like I said, he's an average shooter. He's not really a great shooter, but he can make something happen from outside. That's not really gonna blow your socks off if you're a Lakers fan. Kent Bazemore is not really consistent in shooting. Lakers need consistency in shooting, and Kent Bazemore doesn't provide consistent shooting. That's an okay move because he can play some defense, but not shooting wise, it's not good. Pretty decent. But he's a pretty good energy player off the bench though. Blake Griffin will go back to Brooklyn on a 1 year deal. Dwayne Dedmon, 1 year deal to Miami to re-sign Miami. Austin Rivers going back to Denver. Wayne Ellington, that's a consistent shooter. Wayne Ellington is a great shooter. He's an awesome shooter. I like that move from the Lakers. 1 year deal from the Lakers. Consistent shooter for the Lakers. That's one of them they got. Trevor Ariza goes back to the Lakers. On a 1 year deal. Inconsistent shooter again, but he's pretty decent. I mean, he can make shots. He can get out for a bar. That's pretty decent move. Championship winning caliber player. That's pretty decent for the Lakers. That's pretty good. I like that. JaMychal Green, 1 year 17 million to go back to the sign with the Denver Nuggets, re-sign with the Denver Nuggets. Zach Collins, 3-year deal for the San Antonio Spurs, 22 mil. Question him because he can't stay healthy, but it's okay. He can't stay healthy. But Zach Collins can be a pretty decent role player. Daniel Tice, who I made the video about. Y'all go check that out. 4-year deal, 36 million. Again, pretty decent, okay player. Not a move that I would jump up on a roof for, but he's a pretty okay player. He's play above the rim a little bit, pick and pop, shoot, pick and roll. Also got pretty good athleticism in him. He's pretty decent, man. I give it to him. That's pretty okay. That's an okay move. Corey Joseph, 2 years, $10 million with the Pistons. Derrick Rose returned back to the New York Knicks. 3-year deal. That's a 3-year deal, $43 million. Jeff Green goes from Brooklyn, goes to Denver on a 2-year, $10 million deal. Cody Zeller, 1-year deal with the Blazers. Devontae Graham, 4 years, $47 million for Devontae Graham. He goes. I think he went in a trade. The Hornets get a 1st-round pick for him. David Nwaba signs with the Rockets, re-signs with the Rockets. Well, I like that move because when David Nwaba was healthy, he was killing it with the Rockets. By far his best season that he ever had in his career, averaging 9 points per game. And I'll probably make a personal video on him coming up later. But yeah, David Nwaba, that is 3 years, $15 million for David Nwaba. And Karen Payne signs back with the Phoenix Suns. 3 years, $19 million. Evan Fournier, 4-year deal, $78 million. I like that move by the New York Knicks, man. A very consistent shooter, can put the basketball on the floor. Very good by the New York Knicks, man. They are impressing me right now. Rashad Holmes, 4-year deal with the Sacramento Kings, $55 million. That's a pretty good move by Sacramento. He had a great season with Sacramento. Nicholas Batum returns to the Clippers, 2-year deal for Nick Batum. Bobby Portis re-signed with the defending champions. That is a 2-year deal, $9 million. Torrey Craig goes from Phoenix to Indiana. 2-year deal, $10 million. Nerlens Noel re-signs with the New York Knicks. 3 years, $32 million. Again, I love that move. That the Knicks keeping these guys together. JaVale McGee, a 1-year deal with the Phoenix Suns. Okay, he went with the Phoenix Suns for 1-year deal with the $5 million with the Phoenix Suns. Alec Burks, who's a pretty good player and played great all season with the New York Knicks. That is 3 years, $30 million for Alec Burks. Sidney Ojale goes to the Milwaukee Bucks on a 1-year deal. Gary Trent Jr., 3-year deal of $54 million. Reggie Bullock, a consistent shooter. He leaves, I believe he leaves the New York Knicks and signed with the Dallas Mavericks, 3-year deal, $30 million. TJ McConnell returns back to the Pacers. That is a 4-year, $35 million deal. Kelly Olynyk leaves the Rockets and goes to the Detroit Pistons for 3 years, $37 million. Boban Bogdanovic resigns with the Dallas Mavericks. Sterling Brown leaves the Rockets and goes to the Dallas Mavericks. That Dallas Mavericks made some pretty good moves. I like that move. I like that. Respect that. Okay. Solomon Hill, 1-year deal with the Atlanta Hawks. Fulgay Korkmaz stays on that Sixers bench. 3 years, $15 million. Alex Len signs with the Kings, 2-year deal. Mo Harkless signs with the Kings, 2-year deal. Mike Muscala, 2 years, $7 million. PJ Tucker goes from the world champion Milwaukee Bucks, goes to Miami. Wow. For PJ Tucker, that is 2 years, $15 million. Max Strus, 2 years, $3 million. Gabe Vince, 2 years. Stephen Curry sets to agree on a $215 million deal to extend over 5 years. Otto Porter Jr. goes to the on a veteran deal minimum to the Warriors, and Spencer Dinwiddie 3 years, $60 million. That is all the moves that I read, you guys, man. It's a long video, man. Comment, like, and subscribe on this video. What you guys think are the best moves in the comment section? Comment, like, and subscribe. Any more news I break, I come up, I will break. DeMar DeRozan still out there. John Collins still out there. Kawhi Leonard still out there, who everybody expect to sign back with the Clippers. But we're gonna see, man. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what's the best moves yesterday, man. Thank you guys. I'm out. Much love. Go Texans, go. Fly Eagles, fly. I'm out. Peace.